Hello everyone, welcome back to our series Life Musings by Dr. Padmaja Nandigama. I'm Sirisha Akela and I'm with our coach, guru, Dr. Padmaja Nandigama, who is a psychology faculty, life coach, motivational speaker, and also an academic advisor. Today's topic, burnout, is one of those topics we talk about all the time, but most people don't even know what it is, or they wouldn't know that they were burnt out. So just let's jump right into it. So what are the symptoms and signs of burnout?
As you rightly said, a lot of people don't even realize that they are having this burnout syndrome, let's say. Burnout is like, very similar to having depression, but the first thing is we have to recognize, okay, I'm being burned out. I'm not like depressed. Because for depression, you have to be clinically diagnosed for it, but for burnout, you don't. So first of all, let me give you a difference between being depressed or having clinical depression versus being burnout. Like say, for example, if you are visiting a nice, scenic place, if you're depressed, that scene would not lift your moods. You'd still be upset. You still be dejected. You are not interested in what's going on in your environment. Whereas if you're suffering from burnout, you will start enjoying the scenic, view and everything, in spite of being like demotivated and disinterested while at work. So change of scene will remove those symptoms. So that is burnout. Okay. So symptoms, as you asked, the symptoms of burnout are like, loss of interest, feeling fatigued, tired, lack of motivation, disinterested, feeling defeated, feeling low self-esteem, frustrated, all these feelings like, and it just happens because you are continuously working on a project where you're facing lots of upheavals, and more importantly, you are putting crazy hours,
Right.
where you are moving from, every day in and out without any break. So you are tired emotionally, physically, so that is the reason. Yeah.
Got it. So it's officially classified as a mental illness, I heard. Is that true?
No, actually, recently only they have been saying that it could be a mental illness. But as I said, it is, you cannot clinically diagnose burnout,
Right.
and most often we have to recognize a person going through these symptoms will have to recognize that, yes, something is off. So I need to check on myself and take care of myself. Yes, you can go to a coach or a therapist to get corrected, to, alleviate those symptoms. But, only recently they've been calling burnout as a mental illness.
So who is more prone to burnout?
See, people who put too much things on their plate, who are like perfectionists, who are like very aggressive in their careers, and also who are like, because of whatever project they are in, the work related stress, they can take breaks, they have like expectations which they have to meet, and more so often we have seen that because of the pandemic, all of us are having hours which are 24/7.
Right.
You're expected to work 24/7 because you're at home.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And that the work-life balance goes off the scale. So that's when most of us fall into this burnout. Working from home, creates so many other pressures. You have to take care of your children's schedules. You have to take care of your family's routine, and then balance your own self-care versus work. So here, what gets sacrificed is your self-care. So people land into burnout.
But I feel like certain jobs like like being a nurse or a few other maybe different job titles, they are more prone to it.
Yes, because see, it's like high pressure job. Like if you are in healthcare, and most recently we all know that healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, physician assistants, they were under incredible pressure that they have to go to work. They know it is not easy there. They're facing death and the fear of what is going to happen, and they are seeing so much gloom. So it's humanly impossible. So they all mostly have been facing this burnout recently. But you can also see this burnout in jobs like in professional settings, where mostly it is seen in people who are working with the computers all the time. Because you are 24/7 hooked up to this. You are not going out, you're not exercising, you're sitting at a table and focusing or looking at the blue screen and having those meetings. So it's exhausting. So certain jobs you can move around, you can mix talking to people versus working on the computer, taking walks. So those things, you may not have that kind of physical burnout.
Yeah, it's more mental.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah,
it's true. So what is habitual burnout?
See, where you're chronically under burnout. Some people like those conditions where you're constantly challenged, constantly moving from project to project. They like that rush, adrenaline rush.
Yes.
But then sometimes that rush, that addiction kind of thing for the adrenaline gets out of control, and then you don't know how to balance it, and then you fall off the ramp. So you have to be very careful there. Yeah.
Right.
Habitual burnout is being chronically under burnout conditions. Yeah.
Wow. So actually, I could actually relate to that.
Yeah. See, yes, as I said, most of us who are working, who worked online for last 2 years, having kids, trying to balance, and you want to be perfect, you want to make everyone happy. And especially being a mom, everybody is looking for you. Yeah, constant. It never ends. So there is a nagging, constant fear. And then you feel that you have not accomplished enough, or you did not satisfy, or you are not happy with the output.
Right.
So that sends a lack of satisfaction in us, and feels overwhelmed. So those kinds of things. Yes, I mean, most moms can associate. Most working moms can associate. Yeah,
that's true. So what kind of tips can you give us for managing someone with burnout?
Yeah, here, as we were talking, there is physical burnout and mental burnout. Let's talk about physical care, how you can take physical self-care. Self-care is very important. When you're having this burnout, and when you realize you are having this burnout, most important thing is take care of your lifestyle, manage your lifestyle, take care of your diet. What you eat makes you who you are. You have to be very careful. You have to have a healthy, balanced diet. Don't skip your breakfast, and take vitamins to pep up your mood. Especially people who are living in cold conditions, or who have 6 months of winter or fall where you don't see too much of sunlight. You have vitamin D deficiencies. So take a supplement of vitamin D. It picks up your mood, and keep yourself hydrated. And sleep is another important factor. You should have enough of sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Most of my students have this burnout syndrome. The reason being that they have too much on their plate. They are taking 4 courses, they are having kids, they are having 2 jobs or a full-time job. And, you 24 hours in a day is not enough to balance all this. So what happens? They don't have enough time to sleep. They don't eat well. So they are under constant burnout. And especially if you are burnt out, you will be making mistakes. And you can't afford to make mistakes if you're in healthcare. That is going to be detrimental to you and to your patients. So focus on your healthcare by your own self-care, by eating well, sleeping well, exercising a little bit, whatever kind of exercise, stretches or walking, yoga, meditation. We might think, oh, meditation, what is it going to do? 10 minutes of meditation in the morning and 10 minutes of meditation in the evening gives you immense amount of benefits. So take use of that. You don't need to go to gyms. Right. You don't need to spend a lot of money to do meditation. You can do wherever you are. So, and have good social interactions now and then. Go mix with your friends, take a chill pill, and you need to relax a little bit, because that is more important.
Right.
And also, especially for moms and dads too, like if you're having family, if you're having kids, they're going to look up to you when they are facing stress.
Right.
So you have to be replenished.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
You cannot go too far with that without charging yourself. So keep that energy going, and to keep that energy going, you should have this physical tips taken care. And for mental burnout, you have to make sure that you look at your achievements. Yeah, you're feeling overwhelmed. You feel you have not achieved anything. You feel that you are running like a Energizer bunny, and then you're going to crash, right?
Yeah.
So look at all the achievements, right? People forget, that you are in this place of all the hard work you have done.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Write it on a sheet of paper and look at them. See how much you have done, how much you put in. It didn't happen overnight, right?
Yeah.
So a pat on the back is very essential. You have to reinforce yourself, and first of all, you need to coach yourself.
Right.
Do a positive self-pep talk, right? And then surround yourself with positive energy, especially people who you want to be around. Keep the stress out. Minimize things that are causing you stress. Look at your schedule. What is that is causing me stress? Am I having realistic goals? Am I having schedules where I have included self-care? So planning, having a schedule, and having realistic goals. And now and then taking a feedback of what you've achieved, looking at your strategies. If the strategies are not working, you need to change the strategies. So that is where more important. See, if you take care of yourself emotionally, mentally, and physically, you will go a long way. So it is about quality is more important than how many hours are you doing, right?
Right.
So be present.
Be smart and be present.
Yeah. You said the right word. Work smart, not work hard.
Yeah.
You should work smart, not work hard. So focus on that. So be engaged in whatever you do, and take frequent breaks.
Yeah.
Then what happens is you can replenish yourself, replenish your mood, take a different perspective, take a breather, go for a walk. When I say take a break, even from your project, if you have multiple projects going on, take a break from the heavy, serious project to a light project.
Yeah.
And cultivate hobbies.
Yeah.
This is very important, because when you have a hobby, your mind is just off. You don't have any expectations there. You're just doing it for pleasure.
Right.
So all that stress goes away. I'm not saying doing all this will remove the actual seriousness of the project or will make it easy. It will make easy from your perspective, in the sense that you will be more energized when you come back to the table.
It's true. And I would like to add to that, actually, learn to say no sometimes.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. Definitely. That is another problem. People who have this burnout is because they're not going to say no. Yeah. Like take example of yours or mine. Our half of the burnout is because we want everybody to be happy. We don't want to say no to anybody. So at the end of the work, you cook a dish and put it on the table, and the child throws a tantrum saying, "Oh, this is what you give me. You're not giving my favorite food. I expected this." Then you immediately think, "Oh, I'm a bad mom. I did not make what my kid wanted. I disappointed. Oh, okay, wait up. I'm going to make something for you now." No, you made something fresh. That is important. If not today, tomorrow you'll make something again of what they wanted. Even from your spouse point of view. If they ask something, you don't have to jump out of your way and do it. And you don't have to do it today. You understand that you don't have to satisfy everybody.
Correct. Yeah.
Not right now and then. Right? Yeah. As you said, learn to say no. Because if you don't say no, there is too much on your plate.
Right.
And then you feel lost.
Yeah.
So that's very important. Self-care is very important. And as I said, hobbies will also help you. And having friends and family and small breaks like that. And going on vacations, taking breaks, small breaks. And I'm not saying when I say go on a vacation, I'm not asking or suggesting that one go to an expensive resort or something like that. Something small, drive around. And in this pandemic, we probably have realized that, nature around us is enough for us to, boost up our mood. We have not looked at places around us. Look at the parks or, so take a break now and then and replenish your batteries. That's very important.
Very well said. Well, one last question. When you were talking about self-care, a question popped up in my mind about postpartum pregnancy.
Right.
New moms.
Right.
About their stress.
Right. Yeah, definitely. See, especially when you are pregnant, you have changes in hormones. Your progesterone level is very high because progesterone is needed to maintain the pregnancy.
Right.
And once you deliver, the progesterone level just falls down.
Right.
So with that fall of hormones, you will cry often. You have severe mood swings, and then you're providing nourishment to another body. 24/7 you need to be there. You don't have time to sleep. They're going to feed constantly. So you are depriving yourselves of food, water, and sleep, most importantly.
Right.
So you're going to feel lonely, dejected. And then the baby cries for whatever reason. They're not able to latch on, or, the milk is not enough, and those cries make you feel that you are not a good enough mom.
Right.
So that throws you into postpartum depression. And this is a very important aspect that we have to be very cognizant and take social help, recruit all the social help you have, your families, your friends, order out food, take help from your community.
Yes.
Because that is a crucial time where mom has to focus on self-care. Again, there is nothing like you are a perfect mom. And it is hard to understand that every mom wants to be perfect.
Yes.
So your body can only do so much. It's okay if the baby is with spending time with a nanny or a helper and you take a nap, right? So, or you take a hot shower or go for a walk or something like that. So we have to change our mind, and it is very important to families to help young moms come out of this postpartum depression, because if not treated in an early stage, this postpartum depression will turn into chronic depression. So, you have to be very, very careful. And burnout also, in a sense, is very important, that it should be caught immediately and you have to attend to it and take care of it. If not, it becomes chronic. And when it becomes chronic burnout, it can convert into depression. And sometimes people will take it to the next level and may even commit suicide, So it is very, very important, because with burnout, what happens is you feel so low in energy, you feel depressed, dejected, you alienate yourself from everybody because you think you're not good enough, right? You're not meeting the expectations. So you alienate yourself from everybody, lock yourselves up, and then, at one point you might feel that it's not worth living up. But let me tell you, no, it is not that way. Look for help. If you feel any of these symptoms, if you feel fatigued, exhausted, not appreciated, low in self-esteem, there is help outside. Look for your family, friends, and maybe even recruit a therapist, go for some therapy sessions. It is curable. You can come back and feel rejuvenated, relaxed, and recuperated, right?
Very well.
Yeah. So RRR.
Yes.
Our RRR is feel refreshed, relaxed, and rejuvenated. Yeah.
That's great.
Yes, yeah.
So if left unchecked, burnout can lead to substance abuse and other chronic illnesses, like Padmaja Garu said. Therefore, it is very important to take regular steps to prevent it, like she suggested. and to ask for help if you're experiencing any of the symptoms of burnout.
Mhm.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you all again next week. Watch us live on Mana TV International with YUPP TV. And for repeat telecast, subscribe to Mana TV on YouTube and also like our Facebook page to stay connected. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay smiling. Goodbye.